Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Tammy and you have found Tammy Colors too, and this is the second video in my Time for a Cuppa series. It's a celebration of tea. This is a new coloring book from Racine. I did do a flip through. I will link that in the description if you are interested in this book. It is an Amazon printed book. Racine is a fabulous artist and she's a lot of fun. So she came up with this new book. I love tea, my husband loves tea, and a lot of you love tea. So I thought I would share that, have a little fun, do this series and work my way through the book and talk about the teas. And also, I realized the last video, the first video, I forgot to do a lot of things. And one of the things I forgot to do was put a picture of my tea bar that I talked about in the video. So I will do that right here. We will post a picture of what my tea bar looks like. It is 95% loose leaf tea. It is also a coffee bar. I do have coffee. I have a Keurig there. My regular coffee pot is in the kitchen. So that is where we do our tea. At some point, I will share some of my collection of teapots with you. I'll take pictures, add them in. So I'm trying not to make this a really long video. I have my book. The next picture in the series, this is the one that we did last week, was Assam tea, and it came out really pretty. I'm happy with that. This week is boba tea. So let me tell you, this was fun. I have never had boba tea in my life, which is also known as bubble tea. It's very popular right now. The reason I have never had any is because I have diabetes. I have had diabetes I've been a type 1 for 32 years, and I have never, it takes a lot of work sometimes, and sometimes you just don't feel like venturing into all the questions that are needed to find something that you can drink. And it wasn't something that I felt like I needed because I had so much tea in my life. So I did some research on what it was, and I have my glass of bubble tea, which you can see. I found a bubble tea shop, Racha Tea, and I suppose you're supposed to, I guess I didn't realize that the reason it's sealed, because I was asking myself that question, is because you're supposed to shake it, I guess. So we're going to shake it like they say. Now, this is traditional. So bubble tea originated in Taiwan. It was originally like made with a couple of black hot teas, and it was served hot with tapioca pearls, condensed milk, and syrup or honey. And that's how they drank it. Now it's typically served cold. I told them no sugar. There's supposed to be no sugar in there. I am assuming that there is something because from what I've read, the tapioca pearls are cooked in brown sugar. So I may not be able to drink very much of this. You know, there's no sugar in the tea. There's no syrup. There's no nothing. But we'll see. So it's tapioca pearls in the bottom. Like I said, never had this before. I just have black tea. I went with traditional. Black tea, regular whole milk, and plain tapioca pearls. Because that was my safest option. So, I will take this giant straw that we have here, and we will move our coloring book. We will do this really quick because we need to get coloring. Because like literally, this is the first time I have ever done this before in my life. So, here we go. That's not bad. I mean, they're a little bit sweet, but I'm pretty sure this is okay for me to drink. Yeah, I can get away with that. They're not very sweet at all. If you've never had it, I mean, it's just black tea. It's pretty good, but I'm sure a lot of people drink the sweet versions. I did bring some sweetener, but at this point in my life, you know how you grow as you get older and your tastes change. I actually don't sweeten a lot of my teas anymore. I used to. Black tea is still one of the ones that I will put sweetener in, depending on how strong or bitter or whatever it is. I love milk in my tea. I buy a special honey. Just for fun, I'm gonna put a little sweetener in it. I use all kinds of different sweeteners. My favorite one is one that I get from Germany, and it's these little tablets that dissolve in hot drinks. I do not like Splenda or stevia in drinks. I will eat them and eat other things, but I just don't like it in drinks for whatever reason. I use all of the sweeteners at my disposal. All right, so we'll put a little bit of that in there, and we will drink our tea. I like it, and I like tapioca pudding. My husband doesn't like it. I know he has texture issues. I would get this, but this was like $6. I mean, there's one size, and it was like $6, and I'm like, okay. So a little bit more about the tea. So it originated in Taiwan. It came to the U.S. around the 1990s. When people immigrated, they brought it with them, and it just became popular. So two of the most popular varieties are black milk tea and green milk tea. Now, you can traditionally drink it with or without milk. I see the varieties mostly with milk in them. But if you didn't have milk in it, you wouldn't see the pearls. So you might not even know that it was, but well, you have the glass. So anyway, so thank you all for joining me for this series. I have picked a color palette. I've talked about the tea. I have decided that it's not bad. Obviously, I can never drink any of the flavors because they have sugar in them, I would assume. I mean, I can ask some questions, but that's just my general feeling. I picked out these palettes. This is, oh, I can't remember. This was like when I looked up color palettes, Taiwan. This was a city stitching palette or whatever. So I thought that was cool, from Taiwan, Kunshan City or something. And here's another one that came up for Taiwan, and I thought those were pretty colors. I thought they would be neat. I picked out colors for my boba tea because, you know, my boba tea is a certain color. So I'm going to make the boba tea, and then these are my markers that I have picked out. They are the Arteza Everblends that we are going to be using. I have pulled them out and put them in a cup, and I am going to move this forward. And then I think I'm going to do the boba tea first. It's really weird because you suck up the pearls. It's like you can't get the tea. Well, you know, I kind of like it. Yeah, I like it. I wasn't sure if I would. But I mean, in some ways I'm like, why wouldn't I? I like black tea with milk. But I was really unsure about the boba pearls and stuff like that. But I was really worried that it was gonna, because, you know, I go to Starbucks once in a while, and I'm like, I can't drink half the stuff that they have, because anything that has a powder in it of theirs, it has sugar in it. And I'll ask the people, and I'll be like, so does this have sugar in it? No. Well, they don't know. Because they, you know, aren't reading the label, or they think that because they're not putting sugar in it, it doesn't have sugar in it. I don't know. I swear to you, I have asked them before. So we're going to make our little bubbles. I was trying to make this a fairly quick video series, so I'll color and I will chat, and then I'll probably finish it off camera, and we will show you the finished product because I don't want to make you wait. Oh, so this is fun. I mean, I've had fun with this series so far. This is number 2. And I love tea. I love all about tea. Now I'm going to be addicted to, like, boba tea. Like I said, I can't afford to be addicted. It's really expensive. But I'm going to put a little more. I mean, it's not bitter. You can't really taste. You can taste the tea, but you can't taste the tea. So it's a nice tea that they have used. It's not bitter or terribly strong. I'll have to try it with oolong, but I don't think I would like it as much with oolong. I might like it with green. I love oolong tea. This is a really hard one to talk and drink. I've never had to chew my tea before. I don't know. We'll see. You know, I've never had to color tea before. I think it's gonna look cool when it's done though. This has really kind of spurred my creativity. I'm really getting my mojo back. I mean, I've been coloring for a few years, but just I sometimes feel like I'm the only person who doesn't have time to color. Because I try to some while I'm working. I work from home, and my computer is right next to my desk here, so I will pull something out, and I'm consciously trying to take a break, because when things are really busy, I'll just sit there like all day and I won't move. I mean, I'll have lunch, but it'll just be like 5 minutes. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have been there or are there. So yeah, I mean, it just, before you know it, the day is over and you have to go make dinner, and it's like, well, when do I have time to color? And if you didn't know, I don't have kids. I have a husband and a house, and we have quite a few hobbies that we enjoy. I play the trombone and paint miniatures, which the next time, I think my next finished pages, I'm going to pull out the minis I've painted and show them, because I haven't done that for a while. I don't think I've done that for like a year. Every once in a while I would show you some of the miniatures, because that's how I got, that's the whole reason I got into coloring, was because I was having so much trouble with my minis. Warhammer 40K, fantasy, because my husband and I are gamers, if you did not know. Sometime if I could figure it out, I would do like a game series, but I don't know. That would be, I know a lot of people are gamers. But I'm supposed to be talking about tea. So let me know, like, I'm sure that at least some of you who watch this video will be boba tea fans. So you'll have to let me know what you think, what your favorite flavor is, how you like it. Do you have a favorite shop? You know, what got you into it? You know, discuss the tea. I don't think I did a very good job. I'm trying to do better with my videos, because I'm good, you know, it's hard. Anybody can tell you doing a video is hard, and I know nobody forces us to do this. You know, it's not like it's our job, or my job anyway. This is just a hobby. And it's, you know, it doesn't come naturally to me, but I wanted to make friends that color, and that's really why I did it. And y'all have been so much fun, and I have met so many amazing people, and I am so thankful for that. All right, I'm spending way too much time on my boba tea here. I always, does anybody else always make some kind of a boo-boo with the marker somewhere? I just realized I never took into account the glass, but I'll probably have to figure that out in a little bit. I think I need a little bit darker, because my straw is like really, really black. So we'll pull out a really dark for the straw, because the straws look like they're always black. So we'll pull this down here a little bit. Did I ever think I would be coloring tea? No. Let's see. And I know the principles of coloring, I just seem to ignore them all the time. We'll put a little of that there, a little of that there. Kind of maybe try to make our straw look kind of reflective on one side. Ooh, I need some more tea. Okay. I think on this one, I'm going to color in the entire background in red. That's going to be my goal. So now I'm going to pick a color. Oh, I don't need my boba tea colors anymore. I am going to work up here on this. And I think we're going to use some gold. I'm going to start with my light color. We'll do a little bit of this. Not really sure where I am on time at this point, but I would like to get down some of all the colors and drink some more of my tea. I'm going to be like, not going to be able to sleep tonight. It's going to be like, oh, you know, I don't know why I mean, this is just like I don't really need a light source or to make it light. We'll try some marker blending. If it doesn't work or it doesn't look good or I don't think it looks good, then I'll just color it all like a solid color. But we'll try. We'll try to make it look good. Give it a little bit of shadowing, shading type thing here. I feel like it's so dark in here. Let's see. We'll do this part up here. Oops. Oh, that's okay. It'll be all right. You can start light and make it darker, but you can't start darker and make it lighter. That's okay. We will fix it, won't we? I started drinking tea before I met my husband. I mean, when was that? Well, I mean, I know when I met my husband, obviously. 2000. Yeah, we met in 2004. No. I think we actually met in 2003, but that's a long story because I was so tired. If anybody's ever been to a dead dog party, you aren't responsible for whoever you meet because you were so tired after a week of running a convention. Oh my goodness. I do remember meeting him, but I can't really say that it was like they took me to a table to introduce me to a bunch of people. He was at the table, you know, and I know they said his name. Do I remember what it was? No, it was Sunday night after 7 days of complete insanity. And I was so tired. I just wanted to go to bed. So I think we officially met in March of 2004. But anyways, I had been drinking tea because I met, and I had before. One of my jobs, I went to Boulder, Colorado. And if anybody remembers what show was based in Boulder, Colorado, something from the 80s, something fun, something those of us who were kids in the 80s would remember. Mork and Mindy. So I watched Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy was based in Boulder, Colorado, and I went there for some training because one of our partners were out there, and I needed to get some training for some software that we were working with. So I don't know what I'm doing here. And while I was out there, one of the ladies showed me around, and I was staying at a hotel, and I remember, you'll think this is funny, I am not sure at that point I had ever really seen the mountains. Well, no, I had been to the Great Smoky Mountains, but I'd never been to the Rockies. And they're different because I can't really explain it unless you've seen them both, but they're different. They're all mountains, but it's different. So I got into Denver, and then I had to drive to Boulder, which is like, I think an hour and a half. And it was dark. And I, checked into my hotel, and, I didn't really think much about it. But I woke up in the morning, and Boulder is right next to the mountains. Because when you get into Denver, it's kind of flat. It sits in like a flat hole. And I got into Denver, and I drove there, and I woke up in the morning, and I looked out my window, and I'm like, holy crap, there's a mountain. Where did that come from? And it was like right next to me. And it was really cool, and I enjoyed it. The Celestial Seasonings was right next to the company where I was getting my training. And I had been drinking Celestial Seasonings tea. And so, did I want to do this? Or did I want to go with orange? This is always what happens to me. I change my mind on my colors. I don't know. What colors do I want? Everything. So I went and I toured the Celestial Seasonings factory, which is amazing if you're ever in Boulder, Colorado. And right next to it is the Leaning Tree Museum. They're all right there together. Leaning Tree makes cards, but it's also, check them out. I'll put links to their, well, everyone knows Celestial Seasonings. They're in the store. But that changed my life. The Celestial Seasonings, touring the tea, I mean, that really got me into tea. I was totally in it. I have Celestial Seasonings tin boxes that I bought from there. I would keep my tea bags in. So, what do I want? These, that's going to be green. So what's going to be blue? Oh, okay. I know what I'll do. So, oh, that one's too dark. No, it's not. We'll make it this. So after that, I was really into tea, but I was just into tea that you could find in the store. And then someone I was working with when I was helping the Game Manufacturers Association was really into tea. And so she got me into loose leaf tea. Which one is this? It just doesn't look lighter. I may be using the wrong marker. So that's how I got into it. I got into tea. My friend Jody got me into tea. And she was ordering stuff from Adagio and getting loose leaf tea, and I was hooked. Ever since then, I've really banked up my collection of loose leaf tea. And then we discovered Germany has amazing tea, and oh, I wish Ronefeld would put a store here, but it's probably never gonna happen. All right, so I think I'm gonna make this blue, and this is all gonna be red. We're gonna continue with the gold, and my sun, or my round part, will be something. My dots will be orange. This will be really pretty when it's done. Oh, so I'm gonna finish it off camera, and then I will come back and show you the result. Okay, I'm back, and I have finished the picture. This is what it looks like, and I decided to go with a little gold on the sun, or whatever that is. I thought it really kind of made it pop. So all of my colors seem to work out. I really like the palette. I might put this in a book and keep these for later. I just print them out. Although I will tell you that I know that this and this don't look the same, and it's because I picked out the palettes on my phone and then I printed them, and the colors differ between the phone. So I went with what was on my phone as opposed to what was printed out. You can do either. That was just what I chose to do. But I still might save these because it works either way. I had just started picking markers with one on my phone, so I had to make sure that I finished. So anyway, and I almost forgot, I was telling you about the Colorado and Boulder and Celestial Seasonings, which was amazing, and that's what that tour of Celestial Seasonings really catapulted me into my love of tea, and then it just blossomed from there. But I'll put a link in the description to the Leanin tree, because I realized I didn't finish talking about the Leanin tree. Leanin Tree Museum is a free museum in Boulder that has the most beautiful southwestern artwork. It's just breathtaking. And Leanin Tree makes greeting cards, and you can order them. I'll have to put a link in there. I used to get them all the time, and they use the art in their museum for the cards, and it's just amazing. They're an amazing company, and I've always enjoyed them. I guarantee you have seen their cards if you do not know who they are, because not everybody always looks at the back of their card. But anyway, check out the Leanin tree. So that was fun. Colorado is an amazing place. So I used to think it was the only place I could live besides Ohio, but things have changed. So thank you for joining me on this magical journey of tea, and I will, what's next? Ceylon. Well, that'll be easy. I have some Ceylon. Chai is easy. Chamomile. Dandelion I need to order, so I've got a few weeks. We will continue our journey of tea. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I do, and hopefully I will see you with some Ceylon tea in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.